Hello, I'm Steve. Thanks for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. Alright, so here we have this residential cabana here, and there's a solid wall over here. I think it's going to be veneered with stone. And we have a couple of beams coming across here, and there's going to be a countertop back here. It may go the full length, it may not. The table, they said, is going to be roughly 6 foot, and I have this at 8 foot at this time because they want to expand it. Also, this is in a moderately warmer climate, and what they're looking for is they really want to have or make sure that it's cool in the summer. So there will be 2 fans up here, and I'm not quite sure about the lighting setup here. But anyways, there will be 2 fans up here, and we'll show you that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. All right, so in the back side here, I have 9.6. The front I have at 11 feet off the finished floor. And we have a 21 by 12 footprint here overall of the whole space. Okay, and let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, I can see back here I just have a 10 foot 2 countertop, and I just have it coming out at 24 inches. And there's about oh, sorry, back here I have this at 9'7". 9'6" right here, so I think it's a 3 to 12 inch slope here. All right, anything else? They do have a TV set. If I didn't mention that, that's something we need to just consider. All right, let me go ahead and turn that off. Actually, I'm going to put on option 1 first of all. Option 1, you can see here I have one CD 6024, 6,000 watt, 240 volt. And the dimensions, they said that the fans are going to be about 4 feet 4 inches in diameter. And so you can see this outer ring is that dimension there. Let me turn that off here. Sorry about that. Yeah, the CD 6024 does require 6 inches of clearance. And so, oh, I should go back here. Sorry about that. I have a 9'2" center to center on these fans. And that's very important here. The reason why is because there is a clearance to combustibles below the heater, and you can see with that diameter fan that we had just recently spoke of, 4'4", I'm just meeting the clearances to combustibles by not penetrating that with those fans in place. Now you can see I have them centered in the space from here to here, so they're in the center of this area. And 9'2" center to center this way, and that way we can meet those clearances to combustibles with regards to these fan blades if they're spinning around. Now if these are steel fan blades, they're non-combustible, and you would just need to make sure that the ray isn't penetrating any electronics for that matter. All right, let's go up to the clearances up here. So there's a 6-inch clearance here, and you'll notice that I met the 6 inches of clearance by dropping the actual bracket down. So we have about 1.25 inch gap here. So if you wanted to use the bracket that the OEM comes with, then you'll need to get the extended bracket, which is, there's extension brackets. These are 6. There's a 8, 10, and a 12. So I'd go with the 8-inch extended bracket if you wanted to mount it in this fashion here. But you can see that we're meeting the clearances to combustibles by taking a measurement from this edge here to here, making sure that we have 6 inches, and then I'm going with the slope here, and then also the clearances to the fans with regards to this edge here. All right, so I'm going to turn off the dimensions for a minute, and we're going to go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see that we're covering a good portion of this heat, this seating area. So again, this is a 8-foot table right now. If I was to reduce this to a 6-foot table, then essentially what I'll be doing is, really just moving each side in 12 inches. So if I went 12 inches here, you can see that this side here is going to get covered on a average day with a 6-foot table. So this would be 6 foot if we just minused 2 feet off of this edge here. Then that would be simulating a 6-foot table here. So I'm going to go back here, and again just move this table again about 12 inches, and you'll see again here, if it's just a standard 6-foot table, you got pretty good coverage here. So all right, so that would be option number 1. And if this is just a moderate temperature change where you want just to offset just a, say 65 degree temperature, then this might be just fine for sitting here. Sitting over here, you're further away. The table is kind of blocking some of the ray. So if you're sitting here, you'll see the ray is coming out here, and it's physically getting blocked by the table itself. So your legs and stuff will, feet will be underneath the table. If it's really cold, this would not be the ideal application, but this would just, this would help in just taking off some of that chill. All right. So let's go ahead and turn that option off, and I'm going to go straight into the second option, which would be going with 3 of the 5,000 watt units. Now you're going to notice here I've changed the actual fan location. So if I went back to the option 1, you can see the fans are further apart, but with option 2, I have them closer together. And what I've done here is I've gone with the dimension here, the fan blade, and then I've gone 6 inches on this edge here to the edge of the heater, and then from this edge here 6 inches to the edge of the heater here. And I have also lowered the heater to the same height of the fan. So whatever this fan height is here, I've lowered it so that this edge here is below this edge here. And then I even went further with I've changed this to a 6-degree tilt so that we're not hitting the TV set here, which I believe is going to be there. So I've changed this to a 6-degree tilt, and if you notice here with the clearances below, I've moved the heater down a little bit further, and I moved all of them so they look uniformal. But I moved them all down approximately 2 inches, 2.5 inches. You may just want to drop it down to 3 and be okay. But in any case, that's what I did in order to achieve the clearance above, if this fan again is a wooden fan blade itself. So if it's steel, you would just do what you like this here. You could just go right to the edge of the heater itself, the same height, I should say, as the heater elevation here, the fan blade elevation here. All right, so again, that's a 7-inch or 7-foot center to center on that, and you can see that we got all of our clearances met with regards to that. Now, another thing you'll notice is I've dropped it. So instead of using the OEM bracket, you might want to just use a chain and just locate the chain up here into the ceiling, and then drop the electrical down with that chain on one side. Probably the back side would be better, or you could use a steel bracket and then just design your own bracket so it just comes straight down, maybe a like a 1 by 1/2 channel, and just come right straight down, or tubular steel 1 by 1/2 tubular steel, something like that, and then just mount it into this hole here, and that way you can achieve your angle over here a little bit easier. Now you're going to notice there's certain notches that are already pre-built into the bracket itself, but you're not going to line up with that, so you're going to have to make your own punch hole in there to maintain this angle here. All right, let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. I'm going to turn off the clearances here, and you can see with this application, we are getting a little bit of penetration over here. I'm not too concerned about that at this level because we are meeting those clearances. So, there's not a whole lot of issue with that, but something to consider, maybe move the TV up a little bit higher in order to get away from that penetration there. But overall, you can see that we have a very good footprint of heat in this application, and yeah, there's no reason why England would be cold in this particular application. Now, this is set up for, you know, if you're in the, say, 50, 55 degrees or lower than that, you may or may not be comfortable out here. That's why more heaters are more important. Particularly, I get comfortable with my heaters at 55 degrees as long as I have them all turned on. So I don't have this particular model, but yes, I do have several units in my Southern California residence. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and again, tap that like button. We do not advertise, we're not monetized, and therefore YouTube will not promote our channel unless we receive your appreciation, and we thank you so much for that. Have a great day.